Hi friends, Krista here. Thanks for stopping by Books and Jams. Today I'm going to be doing my February and March 1st book haul. I have collected quite a few books, some of which I've already shown in weekend reading vlogs, so we're going to go through those relatively quickly. But I also have a couple that were sent to me, some Pango orders, and my book of the month picks for February. So let's just dive right in. I'm going to start with the bags because I have four little bags here filled with books. First off, I will do the ones that I most recently got when I helped out at my library's book drive over the last weekend. I was able to help sort and shelve books that were coming in that were being donated from people, and I gathered quite a few for myself. So I'm going to show you those first. And I did already show most of these in my weekend reading vlog. But I picked up this that I've already read, The Little Old Lady Who Broke All the Rules by Katarina Engelman Sundberg. I absolutely loved this fun little mystery. I'm not sure if I'm going to actually read this, but I picked up Babel by R.F. Kuang. I've heard such mixed things about it. It's piqued my interest now and then. So I have it on my shelves for just in case the urge hits. And then I did pick up the first two books in the Dark is Rising sequence. I have a bind up of all 5 books in this sequence. Plus I have book 5, I think, which is a Newberry winner up on my Newberry shelf. Honestly, I'm not going to read a bind up, and I really love these editions. This is by Susan Cooper. It's a middle grade fantasy. The first one is Oversea Under Stone, and then I picked up book 2 as well, which is The Dark is Rising. Oh yeah, this was an honor, but I think it's 3 or 5 that actually won the Newberry. So a series that I would like to read someday. I also picked up the 3rd book, I believe, in the Front Desk series, Room to Dream. This is by Kelly Yang, another middle grade. I got this book by Nellie Bly. I love reading about Nellie Bly. There was one, I can't remember the name of the book that I read about her time going to Blackwell undercover as a journalist. She was one of the first stunt woman journalists. Like, she would do crazy things and then write about them in the papers. And this is Around the World in 72 Days and Other Writings by Nellie Bly. So I'm excited to have this Penguin classic. Remarkably Bright Creatures is a book that so many of you have loved and have told me that I will love. I'm not sure. I'm not yet convinced, but I couldn't resist just throwing it in my bag when I found a perfect hardcover copy of it. I'm glad to have that, but I don't know when I'll read it. Maybe like a couple years from now when all the hype has died down. I don't know. I also picked up Clanlands. This is a nonfiction about Scotland by Sam Heughan and Graham McTavish, 2 men who are an Outlander. Yeah. I mean, Sam Heughan's on the cover. Enough said. I picked up 2 books by Emily Lay. These are both nonfiction, A Simplified Life, Tactical Tools for Intentional Living. It's a beautiful, almost a journal workbook type of a book, nonfiction. And then this one as well, Grace, Not Perfection, Embracing Simplicity and Celebrating Joy. Should I read this one this year? I think maybe I need to. It's just a beautiful book. And also it has like opportunities for processing as you read it. So pretty. Had to get that one. Picked up a paperback of Florence Adler Swims Forever. I have a hardcover of this, but I prefer reading in paperback, so I'm just going to switch mine out, sell the hardcover on Pango. I grabbed The Ministry of Time by Kayleen something Bradley. I can't read that cursive. This has time travel about a marriage and time travel, something along those lines. And then the newest in the Armand Gamache mystery series, 3 Pines mystery series, The Grey Wolf by Louise Penny. I think I have all of them now. And I'm only on book 12 or something, but I will read them all. I will. Last weekend when I was in New York to see my friend's daughters in a musical, we stopped at a library book sale and it was fill a bag for $10. So I filled a bag. I also got a few that I gave to the girls, but these are the ones that I brought home. And I think I showed just the spines of these, but I haven't talked about them. So the first one I have is The Odds of Getting Even by Sheila Turnage. This is part of the Mo and Dale mystery series. The first one was 3 Times Lucky, and I read that. last year or the year before. Really enjoyed it. So this is another one in that series. Another mystery, The Multiplying Mysteries of Mount 10 by Krista Van Dolzer. And I got this because that's my first name. So it's a middle grade mystery and the author has my first name. I mean, I had to get it. I didn't even read the description or check the rating, anything. I just threw it in the bag. As you do when it's fill a bag type of a sale. I have a few more, and the rest, most of these are from different parts of the world. So I was kind of like traveling in my shopping. So we have Egypt's Sister by Angela Hunt. This is about the Queen of Sheba, I think. Oh no, this is a Cleopatra novel, and this is Christian fiction about Cleopatra. Egypt's Sister. I got Baking Cakes in Kigali by Gail Parkin, and this one is set in Rwanda. I don't think I've read anything set in Rwanda, so I thought that sounded fun. And I love books with food or baking in them. Hopefully it's good. I got The Storyteller of Casablanca by Fiona Valpy. This one is going to be World War II, but also another timeline of 70 years later, all set in Morocco. And I just haven't read anything from Morocco, so thought that sounded good. And then this one is The Smile by Donna Jo Napoli. And this one takes place in Italy, in Florence. So another around the world type of a book. And then one more that I picked up at that library fill a bag sale was a Lauren K. Denton. And I think I've read something else by her and really liked it. This is A Place to Land. Looks like a Southern contemporary. Yeah, Alabama. We're going to follow some sisters, a little bit of a mystery. Just thought it looked good. The last bag that I have is from my shopping that I just did this past weekend at a used bookstore, 2 used bookstores. So here's what I got from there. I got book 2 in the King Raven trilogy by Stephen Lawhead. This is Scarlet. I have Hood, but I haven't read it yet. The Last Chance Library by Freya Sampson. This is the same author as The Lost Ticket, which I really loved. So I'm excited to try something else by her. Another one that I'm just going to replace my hardcover with a paperback. This is Fountains of Silence by Rutus Petties. Meg is going to be so excited. I got this hardcover, gorgeous edition of Skandar and the Unicorn Thief by A.F. Stedman. I know Meg, I can't remember her channel right now. Meg Reads Books. It's not that. Meg's Reading Life. Meg, I can't remember your channel name, but I'll put it in the description. She loves Skandar, and I've never read it. So I'm excited to have another middle grade fantasy series to give a try to once I finish Keeper of the Lost Cities. I grabbed books 2, 3, and 4 in the Percy Jackson series. So I've got Sea of Monsters, The Titan's Curse, and Battle of the Labyrinth. I really did enjoy the first one. And so I thought maybe someday I would continue this. I'm not really eager to do it this year for middle grade March or anytime really soon, but I did really like the first one. So why not continue the series? Why not? Have it available at least. Okay, what else did I grab here? A few more things. I picked up The Girl Who Reads on the Metro by Christine Ferre. This looks like a cute little tale of a girl just like that who reads on the metro. Gets to know people, kind of is a people watcher on the metro, and then somehow they get connected. I'm not really sure. Charming story about a young woman who dares to change her life. I threw that in because I had store credit. I also picked up this book by Karen Hesse, Witness. This takes place in Vermont during the 1920s when the Ku Klux Klan moves into this town. And we follow 4 different young people in the town. A story of a community on the brink of disaster told through the haunting and impassioned voices of its inhabitants. People who are bearing witness to what's going on in their town. Whew! Sounds like it'll be a heavy one. I grabbed The Secret Keeper of Jaipur. I'm pretty sure this is a sequel to The Henna Artist. So I love the cover. I think it's really pretty. And I do want to read The Henna Artist, so now I have the sequel. And then the final book that I grabbed from these used bookstores is the 4th book in this trilogy by Sabaa Tahir, A Sky Beyond the Storm, an Ember in the Ashes novel. I really want to read this series this year, and I love this edition. And I think before this one went to paperback, they changed the look of the edition. They changed the edition. So this matches my other ones, even though it's hardcover. It's the same picture. So I wanted that one. Because now they all are different. But those are the ones I'm collecting. Okay, let's do my 4 book of the month books. 4, yes, you heard me right. I got 4 book of the month books in February. The main pick that I grabbed was Blackwood's Blue Sky by A.O. and Ivy. I really loved The Snow Child by this author. I have heard Gloria's review of this one, and it was not glowing. I'll just say that. From Gloria Z. Thompson. She did not love this one, but I'm still hopeful. It's going to be set in Alaska, have this fairy tale-esque vibe, magical realism, something along those lines. I'm going to give it a try. We'll see. And then I picked up The Stolen Queen by Fiona Davis. I would like to read her to zero, and this is another one the Book of the Month chose a couple months ago as an add-on. So I grabbed it and added it to my cart. The 2 other Book of the Months were also add-ons, and they were on my anticipated reads list. So I'm really excited to now have them. We've got Watermoon by Samantha Sato Yambo. And I've heard a lot of people talking about this, but I haven't heard a lot of reviews. I've seen people picking it up, but I don't know what they're thinking about it. This is also going to kind of have an adventure, a pawn shop for regrets, a little bit of magic sci-fi-ness to it, I think. I'm not really sure, but I'm intrigued and I would like to read it. And then Lisa Genova is another author I would like to read to zero, and this is her most recent, More or Less Maddie, and it's about a girl named Maddie who has bipolar syndrome and also wants to have a career in stand-up comedy. I just really love how Lisa Genova portrays these brain differences, diseases, whatever, trauma, injuries. She's a neurosurgeon herself, and so she just writes with a lot of knowledge and also really is good at capturing the emotions and the lives and the thoughts of the people surrounding, like family members, friends of the person who's struggling with whatever the disease or illness is. So I'm excited to read another Lisa Genova. I did purchase a book from Amazon this month because I picked up the Newberry Award winner for this month, and I got it like a week after the Newberry, and it was a little bit delayed. It didn't come right away, so I thought that I was going to get one with the Newberry sticker on there somewhere, but it doesn't. So I have The First State of Being by Erin and Trada Kelly. I believe this has time travel. This is definitely going to get read in March because I want to keep up with the current ones as well as reading some of the past ones. Oh, there's also like newspaper articles and text messages. There's also a little bit of, not fully multimedia, but there's definitely some. Here's an audio transcript. So there's definitely some different, here's like a text, a global cast. And this is like a transcript from an interview. Yeah, should be kind of cool. I don't even know what the story is about. All I know is that it won the Newberry and I'm collecting all of them. So I had to get it for my shelves. Oh, these are also ones that I got from a used bookstore during my Galentine's event. So these were also in a weekend reading vlog from a little while earlier in February. I picked up Clockwork Sparrow, The Mystery of the Clockwork Sparrow by Catherine Woodfine. This one is a middle grade mystery. I picked up an old Blake Crouch called Run. I've never heard of this one before, but I like Blake Crouch usually. And then this was a cover by The Hidden Book by Kirsty Manning, based on a true story of an inspiring courage and determination in World War II. But with the title and that cover, I just picked it up because that's how I do sometimes. The next big stack are ones that I purchased from a couple different shops on Pango. I'll start with the 2 that initiated this Pango binge. The first one is this one, The Wrong Way Home by Kate O'Shaughnessy. This is by the same author as Lasagna Means I Love You, which was my favorite middle grade last year. So I definitely want to read more from this author, but then the story of this also sounds really good. We follow a young girl and her mom who leave a cult. I don't know if they escape or if they're able to leave easily, but they leave and go cross country to get away from this cult. But the girl, the daughter, doesn't really fully understand about the cult. It wasn't traumatic for her, I guess, and she wants to go back. And the mom is like, no, we're not going back. So she's really struggling to find home and get settled in her new home and all of that. And it just is about a cult. So I'm eager to read that. And the other one that inspired my Pango binge is this third book in the Ember and the Ashes series. This is A Torch Against the Night. Oh no, this is the second book, A Torch Against the Night. Ember and the Ashes is first, and then Reaper at the Gates, and then The Sky Beyond the Storm. So now I have all 4. I can just binge through them. Will I? I don't know, but I'm very interested in kind of reading through them relatively quickly. I've read this one and I've read the first one, Ember in the Ashes, and I really loved them. They were in my tops of the year, maybe 7 years ago, but then I never continued. I had to wait and I just never continued when the new ones came out. But now it's a complete series, and there's also a new one that's in this world. Air is Sabaa Tahir's newest book that's in this world. So I don't want to read Air until I reread the first two and read the third and fourth. So I have those. YA fantasy is what those ones are. And then all of these are just because the shops that I picked those from were having sales. If you've got a certain amount, you got free shipping or percentage off or whatever. So I kind of went crazy. So I picked up The Dead Romantics by Ashley Poston. Again, I just really want to give her another try. I didn't like Novel Love Story, but a lot of people really love this one and The 7 Year Slip, so I'm eager to give those two both a try. So I had to get it. Belladonna, a lot of people that I watch, they absolutely love this series. I'm not sure what I'm going to think about it. I know Death is a main character, maybe the love interest even in this series, so it seems a little bit weird to me, but it's beautiful, and I thought, let me just give it a try. A lot of people that I watch, it have some overlap in our reading, really like this one, so I want to see what I'm going to think. I don't know. And then I picked up Better Than the Movies by Lynn Painter. This is one that I've heard is really good by her. I know some of hers are pretty closed door, and so I'm hoping that this is one of her closed door romances, and I've heard wonderful things about it. It's just a rom-com that I'm eager to read, and I think it plays off of a lot of different rom-com tropes, so I'm here for that. I've recently heard this book talked about on the Currently Reading podcast. This is A Winter's Promise by Christelle Davos. It looks like a middle grade, but I'm pretty sure that on the podcast they were like, it's definitely not middle grade. Hopefully that means it's not going to get too gritty or whatever, but yeah, another fantasy. I threw it in because I had just heard about it. It was fresh on my mind. I picked up Legendborn by Tracy Dion. I feel like I'm behind the times on this one. This was super popular when it came out. This won the Coretta Scott King Award. This is another YA fantasy book, so we'll get to that someday. I did pick up 2 Carrie Winfrey books, Not Like the Movies. Is this the sequel to the other one? I think this is the first one, Not Like the Movies. I know Keisha from A Book Like You has talked about Carrie Winfrey a lot, and so I wanted to give her a try. Not Like the Movies, and then Just Another Love Song. I picked up 2 Carrie Winfrey books for when that rom-com mood kind of hits. And then one more middle grade I grabbed is The Color of Sound by Emily Barth Eisler. And this is, I think, about a girl who has synesthesia. 12-year-old Rosie, sight and sound have always been intertwined. Her synesthesia lets her see music in colors, though she's never told anyone this. So I really am intrigued by synesthesia. I can't even wrap my mind around what that would be like. So I like to read about it because it just sounds so cool. And this is a beautiful little book. So I'm excited to have that. And the last middle grade that I picked up in those Pango orders is Leave It at Last by Sarah Pennypacker. This just looks like a fun, it's so nostalgic. This type of artwork is so nostalgic to me. Pictures are by Caldecott medalist Matthew Cordell. So there are going to be illustrations throughout here. I don't even know what this is about. A laugh out loud tale about good friends, homemade cookies, and the power of stories. Perfect. And then finally, I have a little package that was sent to me. It says, to the world, they were a scandal. I know what's in here, but I'll let you see with me. So this, and then on the inside, it says to each other, an obsession. Can you tell by the colors what this is? It has some stickers. Well, I'll show the book first. The book is The Favorites by Lane Fargo. This is everywhere lately. I feel like so many people have been reading this and enjoying it too. So I'm not sure if I'm going to like this, but I grew up ice skating. I loved going to the skating rink. I took lessons. I was not very good, but that was one of the things that me and my friends would do together. We would have our parents drop us off at the ice rink and we'd go ice skating. And so we got to see people who were really good. I've always loved watching ice skating in the Olympics. So this is about some figure skaters and their drama. So it reminds me kind of the season that we went through some like ballerina drama, but this is going to be a little different because it's figure skaters. And then it also came with a little sheet of stickers, fun, a playlist to listen to while reading. it came with, oh my goodness, how cool is this? A Team USA button. This gold nail polish, gold shimmery nail polish. Oh my lands, how fun. I want to look at this nail polish. Oh, I just destroyed the box. Oh well. I can't get them open. Oh, that's really pretty. So it's very shimmery. Bold Metal Favorite. It's called Bold Metal Favorite. Can you see that? That's cute. And then one last thing is this little beanie. I'm going to put it right on. Favorite skater. That's me. Okay. Ooh, I just lost my glasses. Okay. I won't keep that on, but yeah, favorite skater, a little beanie. Perfect. I mean, it's warming up enough that I won't need that now. How fun. Thank you so much, Random House, for sending me this book and all of these little treats. I'm really excited to read it. I feel like it should be read soon while it's still technically winter outside, but it's also March and I'm not going to read this during middle grade March. But, oh, this also has some mixed media. I just saw some texting messages back and forth there. Or was that an interview? I'm not really sure. Drama. I'm here for the ice. I just hit myself in the face. I guess I'm here for the ice skating drama, though. We'll see how I feel about that one. But that is it. I am not going to try to hold any of these up. That's a lot of books for me to now input into my Goodreads. Holy moly. I would love to hear from you if you've read any of these. Do any of them sound really good to you? I know I didn't spend a lot of time going through descriptions today because that would have just taken way too long. I don't know that I'm going to have a book haul in March. It's possible, but I have no intentions right now of doing more book shopping because I certainly have plenty. Maybe a library one. Those are all my library books checked out right now, but we'll save that for another video. Today, that's enough. If you want to let me know that you were here, but you don't really have anything to add in the comments, give me a green emoji. It is the month of St. Patrick's Day. This is March. Even though this is my February book haul, that's okay. Any green emoji will do. Put that in the comments down below. It really helps my channel when you let me know that you were here. And it just means a lot to me to see who's here watching. Thank you so much for being here. Whether you comment or not, I'm very thankful for you. Thanks for spending a few minutes of your day with me. And now I have a big stack of books to put away, so I'm gonna go. I'll see you in another video very soon. Bye.